The Big Lebowski may be so big, the sky's the limit, so don't be surprised if we only scratch the surface.
Canada be damned. I'm going to the Klondike.
The Klondike is Canada.
Giorgio, you be doing just fine, brother.
I'm not gonna lie, for a while now I've been growing pessimistic about the current state of movies, and there's a number of reasons for it. I've lightly touched upon those reasons in previous videos, whether they be superhero fatigue or non-superhero franchises, which seem to have no end in sight. Perhaps I'm merely romanticizing what once was rather than focusing on what currently is. But I'm fired up, damn it, and I think it's worth looking back if the past has legs well into the future. And if I'm not liking what I'm seeing, perhaps I have every reason to be pissed and nostalgic.
You're living in the past.
3,000 years of beautiful tradition from Moses to Sandy Koufax. You're goddamn right I'm living in the past!
The Coen Brothers' 1998 cult comedy The Big Lebowski is very much a trip down memory lane, being over a quarter of a century old and taking place nearly a decade prior to that. It tells the story of Jeffrey Lebowski, or the Dude as he likes to be called, and how a case of mistaken identity gets him embroiled into a complicated kidnapping scheme in the pursuit of fixing a simple case of vandalism.
His wife goes out and owes money all over town and they pee on my rug?
They pee on your rug?
They peed on my rug.
That's right, dude. They peed on your rug.
And for those unfamiliar, it also sort of has to do with bowling.
This? Obviously, you're not a golfer.
Being the cult classic that it is, I'm sure much of anything I have to say about The Big Lebowski has been said, and it's certain I'm not the only one who's talking about it.
They got us working in shifts.
Like most Coen Brothers comedies, The Big Lebowski has the trappings of their recognizable trademarks, like vibrant characters and plenty of them.
Hello, dude. Thanks for coming. I'm Jackie Treehorn.
Our guest has to be getting along, Mrs. Lebowski.
Oh, your bunny.
I'll suck your cock for $1,000.
Jesus.
You said it, man. Nobody f***s with the Jesus.
I'm telling you, I got pretty definitive evidence.
From who?
From the main guy, Uli.
Uli Konko? He's a musician, used to have a group, Autobahn.
The fuck is with this guy? Who is he?
Knox Harrington, the video artist.
I'm a brother Seamus.
Brother Seamus? Like an Irish monk?
What the f*** are you talking about?
And those are just the secondary characters. But perhaps nobody is quite as vibrant as the film's second lead, Walter Sobchak, played by John Goodman. A Vietnam vet who can't seem to let it go, Walter is a character with plenty to say and a temperament that's always at the boiling point.
Smokey, my friend.
You're entering a world of pain, Walter.
Man,
You mark that frame and 8, you're entering a world of pain.
I'm not.
A world of pain.
Look, dude, this is your partner.
Has the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules? Market zero! Now, so far, we have what appears to me to be a series of victimless crimes.
What about the toe?
Forget about the f***ing toe!
How come you don't roll on Saturday, Walter?
I'm Shomer Shabbos.
What's that, Walter?
Yeah, and in the meantime, what do I tell Lebowski?
Saturday, Donnie, is Shabbos, the Jewish day of rest. That means I don't work. I don't drive a car. I don't f***ing ride in a car. I don't handle money. I don't turn on the oven. And I sure as shit don't f***ing roll!
Sheesh.
Okay. It's time for Plan B. You might want to watch out that front window, Larry. Son, this is what happens when you a stranger in the ass! Here you go, Larry. You see what happens? You see what happens, Larry? Do you see what happens, Larry, when you a stranger in the ass?
But The Big Lebowski wouldn't be The Big Lebowski, nor a Coen Brothers film, if it weren't for the plot and the script. As much as The Big Lebowski's colorful characters populate the film's world in true Coen Brothers fashion, it is the film's script which allows those characters to truly shine. With so many characters and a script that's quick, convoluted, and excised of all excess, it's no wonder why The Big Lebowski requires multiple viewings in order to grasp all of its moving parts.
You know, this could be a lot more complex. I mean, it's not just, it might not be just such a simple, you know?
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
The film has so many layers and callbacks, it's easy to miss them your first time around until you dig a little deeper and discover something surprising during your second. Some of them are so nonchalantly thrown in there, you forget about them completely until they're presented to you again. Others are so subtle, they only have to be a production designer's footnote in the background to have bigger significance later in the foreground. And the remainder are so in your face it's difficult to miss them, much like the film's colorful language, which may not be everyone's taste, and perhaps dissuade some from sticking around.
Jesus, man, could you change the channel?
You, man, if you don't like my music, get your own cab.
I had a really
I'll
rough...
pull up to the side and kick your ass out.
Man, come on, I had a rough night and I hate the Eagles, man.
Out of my cab! Out of my cab!
Man, hey!
You're just one thing, dude.
What's that?
You have to use so many cuss words.
What are you talking about?
Yes, we're taking less of a deep dive into The Big Lebowski in favor of a more entertaining short one. Perhaps to those who consider themselves devout Lebowski cultists, this is sacrilege. But if this is your first time on this channel, it's important to know that these videos are designed both for fans, as well as those who are simply curious. Regardless of which you are, or how deep I wish to get into it, The Big Lebowski is simply too vast, too complex, too unwieldy to sum up entirely in one of my short videos. Whether you're someone who's never seen it or someone who's seen it a million times, The Big Lebowski is an essential must-see and even more of a must-see again. And having said that,
guess we can close the file on that one.
Get you later on down the trail.